Imagine this, a brand new airport terminal, shiny and gleaming, ready to welcome the world. Now picture this, a large chunk of that terminal's ceiling collapsing just hours before a packed flight is due to depart. That's the terrifying reality that almost unfolded at Jabalpur airport. A near miss, a stroke of luck. But the same can't be said for Delhi's T1 terminal. Just days later, a portion of the ceiling came crashing down, injuring several people. These weren't freak accidents. These were warnings. These incidents have exposed a dangerous trend in India, the frantic push for infrastructure projects, often at the expense of safety and quality. This isn't just about collapsed ceilings. This is about a system that prioritizes ribbon cuttings over human lives. This is about the hidden costs of progress, costs that are often paid in blood and despair. It's no secret that India's political calendar is jam-packed with elections. And what better way to woo voters than with shiny new infrastructure projects? The timing of these airport inaugurations, just before the election code of conduct kicks in, has raised more than a few eyebrows. It's the oldest trick in the political playbook: promise the world, deliver, or at least appear to deliver, just before the votes are cast. Who cares if the foundation is shaky? The optics matter more than the reality. But here's the problem. This relentless pursuit of political brownie points comes at a price. When projects are rushed to meet deadlines, shortcuts are taken, safety regulations are ignored, quality is compromised. And who pays the price? The ordinary citizens who are promised a better future, but left to deal with the consequences of shoddy construction. Let's rewind to the Jabalpur incident. Hours before a packed flight to Delhi, a large section of the newly constructed terminal ceiling decided to take a nosedive. Thankfully, disaster was averted. But the Delhi incident wasn't so forgiving. A portion of the T1 terminal ceiling collapsed, injuring several people and sending shockwaves through the nation. The images of the collapsed ceilings, the debris scattered everywhere, the injured being rushed to hospitals, they painted a grim picture. These weren't isolated incidents. These were symptoms of a larger malaise, a systemic failure, a failure to prioritize safety, a failure to hold contractors accountable, a failure to ensure that infrastructure projects are built to last, not just to impress. Section 4. Crumbling foundations from temples to highways. The crumbling airport ceilings are just the tip of the iceberg. Remember the Ram Mandir, a project of immense national importance? Even this sacred structure wasn't immune to the shoddy construction bug, with reports of leaks plaguing the temple complex. And let's not forget the countless highways, touted as symbols of progress, now riddled with potholes and plagued by structural deficiencies. From temples to highways, the story remains the same: rushed construction, compromised quality, and a trail of broken promises. These aren't just engineering failures, they are ethical failures. Failures that erode public trust and put lives at risk. Section 5. The rush to inaugurate. A race against time. So, why the rush? Why the desperate scramble to inaugurate projects before they're fully ready? The answer, my friends, lies in the murky world of politics. With elections looming, every project becomes a photo opportunity, a chance to score political points. Never mind if the paint is still wet. Never mind if the structural integrity is questionable. Get that ribbon cut, get those photos in the newspapers, and let the voters be damned. This isn't just cynical speculation. The timing of these inaugurations, their proximity to election cycles, speaks volumes. It's a pattern that has become all too familiar, a toxic mix of political ambition and disregard for public safety. Section 6. The hidden costs of political ambition. The collapsed ceilings, the leaky temples, the crumbling highways. These are not just isolated incidents. They are the inevitable consequences of a system that values political expediency over everything else. But the true cost of this reckless pursuit of progress goes far beyond the immediate damage. It erodes public trust, it undermines faith in institutions, and it creates a culture of impunity where shoddy work is not just tolerated, but expected. We need to ask ourselves, how many more ceilings need to collapse? How many more lives need to be put at risk before we demand better? The answer, my friends, is simple: not a single one. The time for accountability is now. The time to prioritize safety over political point scoring is now. The time to reject this culture of shoddy construction is now.